All right, so there's this God business going on down below the ground, which is just new to me. I'm just going to say it. I have not said it, and I am pretty guarded in my feelings and thoughts when necessary. I believe Marshall Mathers is God. They're all looking for who's God down there, and I believe it's actually Marshall Mathers. And it's just the weirdest thing. I had some dreams about him when I was like in 2006-ish. And then I was like, holy fucking shit, I got a crush on this dude, like a motherfucker. And it was from this dream. I couldn't handle it. And I had a crush on him. So from 2006 forward, I said he's my husband. And I claimed him as my husband. And just funnily to my friends. And I had a picture of him at my desk like he was my husband for years. And I actually believe that said he was my soulmate, and that when Crush went away to college, I told him, you're going to come back someday, and Marshall's going to be here with me. I'm going to go get him. I'm going to go find him. And so I did that. Every boss, Jim knew, Amber knew, Zach knew. He made fun of me. All the ladies in the office made fun of me because I was like, no, he's my fucking husband. Like, joking. I don't want to sound like I'm some crazy-ass bitch, because I'm not. It was just funny to me after that dream. But I never let go of it, right? And I was like, so I never let go of it. It was just my thing always. And his music was always dope. And I felt like he was like leading me and guiding me through life and got me out of, I credit it for getting me out of my abusive marriage to Joe. I used to chase Joe around my house with his songs like, keep talking to me, motherfucker. As the song was playing on my fucking phone, I'd chase his ass. He hated me for it. He was so afraid of it. Fight song. He was really, what? This is your fight song. You want to fight? You try to fight me? No, I just want to fucking fuck with your head. So I actually played one of the demons in his songs one day when I was leaving Joe. When Joe was leaving me, he was over talking, and he was lying to me out of his ass. And I was like, I see visions. And I did see visions, don't get me wrong, but I played it up like a motherfucker. And I chased him. I was like, I see visions. I don't believe this shit. But then I started saying, oh, like really fucking with his head, because he was so scared. But I was like, I see visions. I know that the Boontown, I know the garden going in next to your shop. I know you're lying to me about all of it. And that's what we were talking about at the time. And I was like, I see visions. But I started really like playing it up for him, because he was scared shitless when I said I see visions. And I do. If I close my eyes and make it super dark, and it has to be super dark, I can like meditate super easy. And I was having like these flashes of these visions of this garden next to his shop / yoga studio, right? And I'm like, okay, Dick. It was a whole thing. He was going to send goons after all this shit, but I played it up like a motherfucker. So I ran around the house and I was like, oh, I see visions. Oh, and I made it really fucking crazy to scare him. I was having fun. I'm scared of the guy. He's crazy as fuck. But when I saw the nervousness in his eyes about the visions, I really went for it. And I don't really act like that, but I knew I was making him scared shitless. And so I just tried scaring him back. But so there's that, and the songs would always come on and we'd be talking and be lying in the garage, and he would be lying, and so I'd play a Marshall Mathers song, and I'd just sit there and like whatever. Sometimes I'd cry because I actually felt it, but sometimes I was like fucking sharking him with my Marshall Mathers songs. And no idea. He hates Marshall Mathers like a motherfucker. I think he actually kidnapped him and hijacked him and did some bad shit to him. But he I believe Marshall Mathers could be God. If anyone's looking for God, I believe it's Marshall Mathers. And he's the rap god. I'm the crap god. We've already decided. I do have God blood, so I was like, I need a god name. Who am I going to be? I'll be the crap god, because I crap a lot. And so we had that. And I do believe he's God. If anybody down there, or if there is a God in human form, which is news to me, I would say it's Marshall Mathers. And there was some crazy shit that happened here where I believe let's start way back. When I was younger, he called my mom, is what I was told. He called my mom, and my mom wouldn't let him talk to me. And so he went and did his thing, whatever. And I heard he was blocked from me. And then I was like 18, 19 years old when he called me. And my mom didn't ever tell me, of course, but he did call. So that was pretty cool. And I believe it. I do. And there was a time I was hanging out with Summer, and she was like, do you like Eminem? And I was like, no. And I was like, fuck, I do. Why did I just say that? And I didn't correct her. I didn't. I wasn't super into Marshall Mathers at the time. This is probably why he gave me that dream. Like, you better fucking be into my ass. It was years later, because it was like 99, where she was like, do you like Eminem? But Eminem actually was like, hey, recently, he was like, hey, I don't know that girl. I've never met her. I wasn't upstairs. I wasn't in her head. I wasn't. I just want you to know that. I wasn't. And I was like, okay. Cool, because she's claiming all kinds of weird ass shit about you. Just so you know. And he's like, I don't even know her. I've never met her. I don't. So there's that, Summer Brooks. Just so you know. Just so you know. I actually feel like I morph into Eminem sometimes over Christmas. I heard he was in my attic. He came to me one night in my head, and we were talking, and I was like, holy fucking shit. And it was when shit was really bad here last year, and the school sharked me. And they were stalking me, and they were stalking Crush, and I thought the FBI was following and watching the whole thing. It's like, I'm in your attic. I was like, what the fuck? You're in my attic? In my fucking attic? And I didn't go up there because I'm not going to do that shit. If he's in part of an investigation and shit, I'm not going to do it. If you need to be in the attic, you can be in the attic. I wish you were down here with me, but you weren't. So I fucking brought him some clothes up there because it was cold as fuck. My heater in my house was broken. I had just given away all my warm clothes to some homeless women, like I said, in a gold backpack. 2 robes, all my heavy shit. In Arizona, you don't have a whole lot of heavy shit because it doesn't ever get super cold. So I'd already given away all my heavy shit to these women, I thought. I put it in a garbage can. I looked all over for them one night. I couldn't fucking find them. So I left them where I knew that they were staying. Somebody, I think, stole them, but I did leave them for the women. I went down below in like under the bridge looking for them on my lunch break. I couldn't fucking find these girls, but I wanted to help them. But it was a girl and her mom, and so I left the backpack. And anyway, he showed up, and my heater in my house was broken, and he was cold as fuck up there. And I was like, I'll get you everything warm I can come up with. I threw the shit out because I was mad. I was butthurt. I didn't want anything to do with him. I was pissed. I got mad at him. But I should have got mad at him. There was no mad. Well, yeah, I was mad. I'm not going to lie. So he was in my attic. I thought he talked to his buddy Proof and through my head. And I was like, hey, man, this is the way I've survived is by the music. Everything I've done is what the music does. And I said, listen to this. And so we started listening to music, and the songs matched. And so it was like, the guys next door this way to me are KKK. And they're scary as fuck. They were stalking me. They were coming to my house all the time. Scary as fuck. But I was like, do you want to play? And he was like, yeah. So I started putting radios on all over the house. Any radio I could find. I turned on different stations. And one I think I did static. One I did fucking insane, like annoying Christmas-ass music. And because I knew they were next door listening. So I was really fucking them up in their head because I had like... I was really fucking them up in their head because now they're having to hear all these different songs. And we were playing, we were laughing. Like, I thought we were having fun. And then we're like, he's like, the FBI's listening. And I was like, okay. Like, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, they're listening. And then it got quiet and they were paying attention to us. And I was like, all right, let's just keep fucking with these fools. So I'd go from room to room with my fucking radios and really tried fucking with them. But it kind of turned out poorly because the next day, I can't remember. I'd have to sit down and think of the timeline. But Marshall was sick as fuck. So I went to get him medicine. And so I could throw it up there in the attic. And he was super sick. I went to get him medicine at my mom's and Sprites and shit like that. And what else? What else? What else? Yeah, I've been out of work since October 28th because Sean Richter fired me, and now I can't get a job because, oh no, I did. I worked at MPS for a while and figured out they were murderers and thieves and all that shit. But that's Managed Protective Services. But some of the workers there were really, really bad. So I wasn't working at the time. I haven't been working since then. And but prior to Marshall showing in my attic, I was at MPS, and I thought he was with me and watching me do all this stuff on the computer. And I felt him, and he'd have Crush play me songs.